Hey, you ever just stop? I mean, really stop. Not like a pause between meetings or a quick breath before you answer the phone. I'm talking about the kind of stopping that happens when the world is moving at 1,000 miles an hour around you, and your only possible act of defiance, of survival, is to plant your feet and be still. To wait. That's a kind of journey, too, isn't it? A journey without moving. And it might just be the hardest one of all. Welcome back. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is The Great Conversation. Today, we're diving into one of the oldest stories we have, but we're turning it inside out. We all know the journey of Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey, the Cyclops, the Sirens, the 10-year voyage home to Ithaca. It's the ultimate adventure tale. But what about the journey happening on that rocky island he's trying to reach? What about the woman holding everything together, thread by thread? This is episode 20, The Odyssey's Other Journey, Penelope's Plot of Endurance. For 20 years, Odysseus is gone. 10 at war in Troy, 10 lost at sea. And for those same 20 years, Penelope is there, in the palace, with a kingdom crumbling around her. A horde of entitled, violent suitors has invaded her home, eating her stores, harassing her servants, and demanding she choose one of them as her new husband. They tell her Odysseus is dead. The whole world expects her to move on. Her son, Telemachus, is coming of age in a shadow of anger and helplessness. The political stability of Ithaca hangs by a thread, literally, because Penelope's most famous act is one of brilliant, creative delay. She tells the suitors she will choose a new husband only after she finishes weaving a burial shroud for Odysseus's father, Laertes. And every day, she sits at her loom and weaves. And every night, by torchlight, she secretly unravels the day's work. It's a 3-year plot of unraveling. A 3-year performance of dutiful widowhood, bought one undone stitch at a time. We have to understand what's at stake here. This isn't just about personal fidelity, though it is that. This is a high-stakes political game. In the ancient world, a queen without a king was a crisis. Her remarriage would determine the next ruler of Ithaca. By delaying, Penelope is single-handedly preventing a coup. She is preserving the throne, not for herself, but for the fading hope of her husband's return and for her son's rightful inheritance. Her loom becomes her command center. The shuttle in her hand is her only weapon. Her strategy isn't strength against strength, it's cunning against entitlement. It's the quiet, relentless intelligence of the besieged. And think about the sheer psychological endurance this requires. Odysseus faces monsters, but they are external. He gets to move, to fight, to flee. Penelope's monsters are in her dining hall. Her voyage is a circular one, within the confines of her own home. Every morning, she must pick up the threads and start the same tapestry again, knowing she will destroy it that night. It's a perfect metaphor for her existence, maintaining the appearance of progress while secretly working against it, all to stay in the same, necessary place. The mental fortitude to do that, day after day, for years, is almost incomprehensible. It's a different kind of heroism, a stationary heroism. Her famous ruse is finally exposed, of course. A maid reveals the secret, but even then, Penelope doesn't break. She's forced to finish the shroud, but she immediately pivots to a new stratagem. She agrees to marry the man who can string Odysseus's great bow and shoot an arrow through a line of 12 axe heads, a task she knows is impossible for any of these soft, arrogant men. It is, of course, the very test that allows the disguised Odysseus to reveal himself and begin his slaughter of the suitors. Without knowing it, Penelope sets the stage for her husband's victory. Her final act of endurance creates the exact conditions for the story's climax. But here's the moment that always gets me, the moment that elevates Penelope from a clever plot device to a profound, human character. When Odysseus, having killed all the suitors, finally stands before her, she doesn't run into his arms. She sits, silent. She looks at this ragged, blood-spattered stranger claiming to be her husband, and she doubts. After 20 years of dreaming of this moment, she freezes. And Odysseus is frustrated. He thinks the fight is over. But for Penelope, the most dangerous battle is just beginning. The battle against her own hope, against the cruel possibility of a trick or a god's deception. So she tests him. She orders their marriage bed to be moved. And Odysseus erupts, explaining that's impossible Because he built it himself around a living olive tree, a secret known only to them. That's the key that unlocks her heart. Not his strength, not his fame, but a secret intimacy, a shared memory of creation. She finally allows herself to believe. Her endurance wasn't just about waiting for a king to return. It was about waiting for her partner to prove he was still her partner. Her caution is her final, and perhaps greatest, act of wisdom. I think about Penelope a lot in our modern world. We glorify the Odyssey, the startup journey, the dramatic pivot, the bold move to a new city. And those are adventures worthy of song. But what about the people who stay? The ones who hold the center? The caregivers, the stewards, the maintainers of institutions and families and homes. Their journey is one of resilience. It's the courage to face the same problem every single day, to weave and unravel and weave again, to protect what you love not with a sword, but with patient, unwavering presence. My own journey from Bangladesh to New York had its moments of epic scale, its cyclope-sized challenges. But when I look back, the strength I admire most often came from those who held the fort. The family that maintained the home I could return to in spirit, even from 10,000 miles away. That's a Penelope kind of strength. It's not passive. It's a fierce, active, creative form of holding on. So the next time you read the Odyssey, don't just sail with Odysseus. Stay a while in Ithaca. Sit with Penelope at her loom in the quiet of the palace. See the suitors for what they are. The daily pressures, the distractions, the demands that seek to unravel your own purpose. And remember that her plot of endurance, her quiet, clever, daily work of preservation, is its own epic. It's the other great journey in the story, and it's the one that made the homecoming possible at all. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Great Conversation. If this perspective on an ancient story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd share the show with a friend who appreciates looking at history and literature from a different angle. For more from me, Ibnul J. Farabi, and the entire team, visit our home at Light Not Studios. https://www.lightnotstudios.com. Until next time, keep weaving your own story, stitch by deliberate stitch.